Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video, we're diving into a fundamental concept in freight dispatching, which is load matching. Whether you are a new dispatcher or an experienced one looking to sharpen your skills, understanding how to effectively match loads is crucial to your success in your business. So what exactly is a load matching? In simple terms, a load matching is the process of pairing available freight loads with the right carriers based on factors like location, equipment type, and delivery deadlines. This obviously ensures both the shipper and the carrier get the best possible outcome. Think of it as a matchmaking process where your goal is to find the perfect match between the load and carrier. This requires not only understanding the needs of your carriers, but also knowing how to navigate load boards effectively. This is what we're learning here. Let's talk about the factors in load matching. When it comes to load matching, there are several key factors to consider. Let's break them down. First, equipment type. Different loads require different types of equipment. Drive ends, reefers, flatbeds, etc. Knowing what equipment your carriers have and what load requires is the first step in successful load matching. This is a reefer trailer or the equipment. This is a drive-in. This is a drive-in trailer, and this is a flatbed. Let me give you an example what type of loads reefer trailers are moving or hauling. Think about ice cream. Think about yogurts. Anything that requires temperature-controlled trailer, reefers comes into play. Drive-in loads, think about clothes, think about electronics, think about furniture, think about household goods, machinery, small machineries, paper goods, or non-perishable food and beverages. So maybe you confuse between this trailer and this trailer, which is this one is a reefer trailer and this one is a drive-in. So the next logical question is obviously what is the difference between a drive-in and reefer? A reefer in the freight transportation world is a slang for a refrigerated tractor trailer. A reefer is very similar to drive-in, except it's a temperature-controlled trailer designed to carry, think about perishables like food and flowers. Refrigerated trailers have the same dimensions as a drive-in has, but are insulated and have controls to maintain a constant temperature throughout the haul, obviously. Although reefers are designed to carry temperature-sensitive freight, shippers sometimes pick up in non-perishable goods to limit empty hauls when returning to the base. Since reefer trailers are heavier than drive-in trailers, their load capacity is slightly reduced. And when it comes to a flatbed, think about heavy-duty equipment like excavators, think about forklift, think about machinery. Next, location and deadhead miles we'll be talking about more in details. For now, deadhead miles refer to the distance a truck travels empty. Minimizing deadhead miles obviously and always is crucial because it reduces the fuel costs and increases profitability for your carriers. So load weight and dimensions are also key. Overloading a truck can lead to the penalties, while underutilizing space can reduce profitability. Always ensure that the load matches the truck's capacity. Very, very important. And finally, consider delivery deadlines and transit time, which is very important. The load needs to be delivered on time, as always. That's the win-win situation. So make sure the carrier can meet the schedule without risking delays or violations. Now that we understand the key factors, let's look at the tools you can use to match loads effectively. The DAT Load Board is one of the most powerful tools available to dispatchers. So let me show you around. Here on the DAT dashboard, you can search for loads by entering criteria like origin, destination, and equipment, load type, length, weight, and data range. You can also filter results to find the best matches based on your carrier's needs. Let me give you an example. Maybe your carrier has 48 feet long trailer. Maybe it's not the industry standard, which is 53. So this is very specific to your carrier. On the weight side, some of your carriers might haul up to 48,000 pounds, but some carriers might say, hey, I can't haul more than 40,000 pounds. So keep that in mind. You can do these adjustments here by filtering, and because of that, you will get the best matching loads for your carriers. Also, your carrier might be available not today, maybe he's available tomorrow, so you're not looking for loads for tomorrow. Maybe your carrier will be available next week on Monday, so you'll select next week Monday and maybe throughout the Wednesday. So let me give you a quick example. Let's say I'm looking for a load that needs a reefer. You can set that as my equipment type, going over here, select, and select reefers. Choose the pickup location, so you can put, let's say, Atlanta, and it goes to Houston. You can also filter by deadhead origin. You can basically put up to, let's say, 500 miles. Think about it, radius. I would do 250-mile radius, meaning that's what I call it, but it's a deadhead origin. And we'll be talking about more in details about deadhead origin and deadhead destination. So what it does is basically it helps note down the options to the best possible matches. On the load type, you can select full or partial, but I would prefer doing both full or partial load. On the length, I would put 53 trailer. On the weight, I can say not more than 45,000. So these inputs will help us basically pull loads up to 45,000. So once you're done, you click search and loads will pop up. And these are the matches that Load Board gives us. So let's go through a step-by-step process for matching a load. I'll walk you through defining a load, checking the details, and actually booking it. Start by entering your search criteria. For example, I'm looking for a load from Dallas, Texas to Atlanta, Georgia with a flatbed. Why is that? I'll give you an example. I have a flatbed. This is just a hypothetical scenario that I'm creating to illustrate the point. He is in Dallas, Texas right now, and he has a 53 trailer. It's a flatbed. He's empty, and he's coming home, which is Atlanta, Georgia. So I will do the input, the details, and the load board will show me the available options. Let's do that. So Dallas, Texas, and we're going to Atlanta, Georgia, and we'll do flatbed. I'm looking for full load or partial load. This is a 53 flatbed, and also we'll do 45,000. So let's say for the pickup date, I can pick up today or on Monday. So basically, this is the date range. I'll click search. Then I'll be looking for the loads that are actually helps my carrier. Once I find a suitable load, it's time to communicate with the broker. You can either call or email the broker. So let's say we have this load and we want to book this load. You can either call using this number or email them to negotiate the rate and confirm the booking. It's important to clarify all the details to avoid any misunderstandings later. So if you wanted to call, you use, as I said, this number right here. And remember, this is a tracking required. Tracking is basically your broker will have some type of a tracking device, but usually they're sending a text message to your driver, and this is how they track. Meaning once your driver accepts the message, it installs tracking code and they start tracking the freight. You can go ahead and look at the details. You can click on the view route. We can come back to this one, and this is the origin, and this is when it picks up. This is the destination, and the equipment, it's a full load. Truck type is a flatbed. Length, they're requiring 48, and weight is almost 10,000. In commodity, it says FAK. In the shipping industry, FAK stands for freight of all kinds. So just remember this. It basically defines a shipping rate applied to all goods regardless of their category or freight class. So under this type of flat rate shipping pricing, shipments with multiple commodities are charged as a single rate. So this is the broker contact information. On the comments, brokers usually put any type of a number or basically a reference number. So when you call them, they will ask for this number, because they will say, hey, in the comment section, you will see there is a number. Can you repeat that number to us so that we can pull that specific load that you're looking for? So earlier on, we clicked on the view route. So you can also view route and how to get there. It basically picks up in this location and it goes to the Texas and gives you all the miles, the trip, the time, how long it will take to get to the destination. So on this side, you will see the rate and company. On the rate side, you will see total rate, which is 1,100. Trip is 680 miles from point A to point B. The rate divided by mile is $1.62. Market rates powered by DAT IQ. We'll be also talking about the DAT market conditions to learn more about these. We also talked about the spot rate and contract rate. And by the way, I actually prepared you guys in advance to learn about spot rate and the contract rate in the previous videos. So if you haven't watched, please go back and watch the spot rate versus contract rate. So on the spot rate side, you will see that average, it pays about $1.88 per mile. So basically, it's a 15-day average. You will see that range is 1,163 is 1,394. And basically, the rate per mile can range between $1.71 up to $2.05. So what it does is basically gives you very important information. You can see that, hey, when you call your broker, you can say that, hey, last 15-day average on this lane or similar lanes, brokers paid in between $1.80, let's say, and $2. On the contract side, you can see that it's $1,550, basically $2.28 per mile, and range could be 1,380 up to 1,870. The range for the rate per mile could be $2 up to $2.75. On the company side is very straightforward. This is a company name, this is contact number, this is MC number, and this is where the company is located. This is their review. You can see 161 people rated, and they don't have a good review, but hey, their credit score is 97, and this is how many days takes to pay the carrier. It's about 22 days. A load activity, they don't have not much load activity on the load board side. So this is another cool feature. You can mark as saved, booked, or called. At the bottom, you will see that load resources, meaning this load can be factored with OTR solutions. And insurance available, DAT assurance available for this specific load, or the per load insurance option also available for this one. You don't have to pay attention to this, but knowing this information will help you and will guide you how to book a load off of a load boards. So what you can also do, you can view in a directory. We'll be also doing in-depth training on a view directory, but what you can do is basically drop down menu. You will see that they have 161 reviews. You can also click prefer broker or preferred broker to work with, or a block. So you can block them and you won't be able to see any loads that they're posting or will be posting in the future. I'll give you an example. If you click this, see what happens. It basically pulls a heart icon. You will see anytime they will post a load, you will see that this is one of the preferred brokerage companies that you want to work with. And again, if you want to manage them, you can hover over a company. And also when you're doing the searches, you can do show all non-blocked companies or show only preferred companies. And this brokerage company will be one of the companies that you prefer to work with, and also have the option show only blocked companies. So if you want to manage preferred or block lists, you can click on this link. It will take you to this page where you can basically see all the brokers that you prefer to work with and also blocked companies. So you can manage here by clicking here, and you can remove from preferred. Also, you can go back and hover over the drop-down menu, click on that, and you can double click and it's gone. So if you wanted to book this load, it's very straightforward. As I said, you can call them using this number over here or click on this button, and it says open new tab to book on company's site. Yes, most of the brokers, they have. If you see the load and you see right next to this load, if you see book, that means they have this load on their load boards where you can easily book a load. I'll show you how. So once you click on book load, see this book, and it will take you to the Emerge. This is a brokerage company, and you will see this is their load board. So it says that you need or you must log in order to book this load, but at least you can see the information about the load. That's what it is, how much they're paying, but you must be logged in. That means your carrier, or if you're a carrier, you must be set up with them first. If you don't have the login credentials, you can obviously email them and call them and say, hey, I want to book this load, but I don't have the login credentials, so they can give you the login credentials. What you can do, you can book it now for this load or submit a bid. Once you click on a submit a bid, this is what you're saying to them, saying, hey, I wanted to get, let's say, $1,500 for this load. You can also do set bid expiration. My bid expires, let's say, 16:00, which means 4 p.m., and it's an Eastern time. Availability is today. Delivery, you can say that, hey, I can deliver, let's say, on Saturday. You can put on notes, you can say something like, I have ramps on my trailer or whatever. You can do truck in hand, or you can do team drivers. So once you're done, you've gone over all the information, you're ready to book this load, submit a bid. What will happen next is your broker will receive your bid, and if it accepts, you will receive a notification. If it declines, then you also receive a notification saying, hey, no, we don't accept your bid. So that's how the booking process happens if you want to book on the broker site. So this is one way of booking a load. Another way of booking a load is actually calling this number, meaning brokerage company. You call the number and you say, hey, I'm interested in taking this load from Waco, Texas to Birmingham, Alabama. Give me more information about this load. Although all the information is right in front of you, but hey, they might give you more information. Example, maybe there's some extra stuff they're not listed, anything like that, or maybe they've not specified the commodity, or maybe it's more weight, or maybe it requires 53 trailer rather than it's 48. Or if you have a 48, then obviously it's not going to work for you. So that's the main reason you're calling this broker. So if you set up with the broker, what they will do is they will send you the rate confirmation. You will sign the rate confirmation and send back to them. Load is yours. The only thing is that you make sure that they have all the necessary information, including any special instructions. It's your job, basically, as a dispatcher, to ensure the carrier is fully prepared to execute the load successfully. To wrap up, let's go over some of the best practices for successful load matching. First, build a strong relationship with brokers. Very, very important. A good relationship can lead to better rates and more consistent work. Next, stay organized by keeping track of a load data, carrier preferences, and past performance. I highly recommend using a TMS or any type of a dispatcher software. One of the biggest, and I think the best one out there that I use in the past, which is ITS Dispatch, and I also will include the link below this video. This will help you make better decisions and obviously improve efficiency. Next, be proactive in searching for loads and responsive to brokers and carriers, meaning when they email about any information about the load, hey, did your driver pick this load, or are we moving, or what's happening, any type of updates that you're looking for, just be responsive and give him an information for your carrier as well as for the broker. The quicker you can match a load, the better your chances of securing it. Very important. The rule is be quick. Time is money. Lastly, use technology to your advantage. Tools like DAT Load Boards, GPS tracking, and automated alerts. We'll be also talking about the automated alerts. These can make the load matching process smoother and more accurate. The reason why is because sometimes things don't go as planned, so let's address some of the common issues you might face. If a load is canceled last minute, Always have a backup plan. Always keep a list of alternative loads or carriers you can turn to in a pinch. Next, miscommunication with brokers. Miscommunication can lead to costly mistakes. Always happens. Be careful. Always confirm details in writing and keep an open line of a communication with both brokers and carriers. If you're struggling to find loads for specific lanes, for example, from Atlanta, Georgia to Houston, Texas, try broadening your search criteria or exploring different load boards, maybe truck stop or any other load boards out there. Why? Because building a network of reliable contacts, it can help significantly. And that's it. You now have the solid understanding of a load matching and how to use tools like DAT Load Board to make it work for you. So on the next video, we'll be talking about using filters and searches in details.